forget Waldo. Where is Katie? Tonight, we embark on a journey to find Katie Ross. Karen shares her tongue techniques, and yeah, Katie, Karen, everyone, they just take 5 steps backwards as we expected. All that and more here on the Real Housewives of Potomac After Show.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. Hello. Welcome all to the Real Housewives of Potomac After Show. Tonight, we're talking Season 4, Episode 17, Unanswered Questions. I am your moderator for today, Lauren Mayo, and I am joined by Gizelle Bryant's fan club president herself.
Yes.
Miss Alexis Brown.
Hello, and don't get it twisted. I definitely am fan club president.
She is. She has no competition today because our resident party person, Miss Erica D. as in Dora Edwards, is gone. And Ashley's accountability coach, Danny B, is also gone. So me and Lexi will be holding it down for them today. Season 4, episode 17, Unanswered Questions. Crazy episode. We had Karen sharing some of her sexual techniques she's learned through her marriage. That was a little bit more intimate than what we have liked. So we'll be discussing that. We'll be discussing Katie going completely missing and a big battle that we had at the end of the show. So what were your overall thoughts?
I don't know if it was just me, but I just felt like everything was just so over dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, our girls are always dramatic, but I just feel like the smallest things were just blown up this episode, and I just didn't understand why everybody was just going crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there was so much sound mixing that made everything so dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Really, guys? We're doing a lot here.
Yeah.
We'll also dive into tweets, and we have some tea as well that we're going to get into later.
Yes.
But let's start off with how the episode started, with Katie going completely missing.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that was irresponsible for Katie to do?
I don't know if it was irresponsible. I mean, I guess it would have been nice for her to say something, but at the same time, I feel like production or somebody had to have known that she left. It was no way she just left and went out of nowhere, and there was no way for anybody to know. So I feel like she probably felt like as long as somebody knows, it should be fine. And that's why, to me, I felt like that was one of the things that felt super over dramatic. It's like, her stuff is gone. Obviously, she left. So, like, why is it this big thing, you know? The only time I felt kind of concerned is when they called her boyfriend, and he was like, oh, I haven't talked to her since last night. And I was like, okay, well, if he doesn't know where she is, then maybe this is a little bit more serious. But then when it did come out that she just left, I was like, okay, well, she just left. Like, and can you blame her? Like, y'all were really making her feel like she should be there, and it didn't seem like she was having a good time. She was sick. So, like, why not leave, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I do really appreciate Gizelle and Robin, like, stepping up and seeming like they cared, because everyone else was just like, dang, like, let's move on. But I did find it concerning, like you said, that the boyfriend was like, yeah, I haven't spoken to her. And they asked, how are you doing today? He's like, not good.
Yeah.
There was a lot to explore there. Yeah. They're just kind of like, okay, like, this is the guy that she's gonna marry. Like, she's living with him. It's pretty weird that he hasn't heard from her.
Yeah.
And, like, did they call him and let him know? It's just, I needed more from the boyfriend.
Right,
we need more from Jacob. Like, why are you okay with this?
Yeah. But even security was like, she's at the airport.
Yeah.
So, yes. When I was watching it, I was like, people, like you said, only Gizelle and Robin seemed like they were phased. Everybody else was like, oh, okay. And I think I would have been me in the situation, like, oh, well, she probably left.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I did want to shout out people in the chat there. First off, they said we were the perfect host.
Oh, yay, thank you.
Thanks, Trey Peterson. They also think that it was Ashley's fault that Katie left. What do you think? Do you think Ashley should, like, kind of hold that blame, or should we let it go?
I don't know, because Karen said the same thing, but I mean, we know this group. Everybody comes for everybody. Like, you can't really blame anybody in this group for somebody leaving. Like, if somebody comes for you, if you leave, maybe you just can't handle being come for, and maybe you don't need to be a part of this group, because if everybody left for somebody coming at them while on a trip or in any situation with this group, there wouldn't be a show.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to deal with the situation, and it's not like she was completely innocent either. I don't think Ashley would have been saying all this stuff if Katie wasn't talking about her, calling her stupid behind her back. So I don't think it was fair to blame Ashley.
Yeah, and some people are saying too that Karen was more so in the mind. I don't blame Ashley, and I kind of agree. I do think we can't. I understand Ashley apologized, but we can't ignore the fact that you tore her to shreds either. But I also agree with what Ashley said. Like, we're grown. Like, and then Ashley did apologize. If Ashley still hadn't apologized at this point, I would keep bringing it up. But it's like I think she feels bad. I think she knows that she was wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so.
I don't know. I would like to think that that's not why Katie left. Like, maybe she just really was sick, and she's like, I'm just sick in my hotel room. Why am I here? Because, you know, Katie has dealt with this group for years, so I don't see how something that small, especially after being apologized to, would make her want to leave. She's a lot stronger than that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think that might have just been the straw that broke the camel's back, but kind of glad she left. 2 reasons. For her own mental health, and also because it would have kind of brought down the trip. And we had such a fun day when she left. The longest day ever in Housewives history.
Time. Yeah. So.
Before we get into longest day ever, Housewives Housewives experiences? I don't even know. Can you let the people know a special message that you may have?
I sure can. So first, we want to give a huge thank you for watching us and making us the ESPN of TV talk. We love what we do. We love watching our crazy shows and talking about them with you, but we can't continue to do that without your help. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on the live stream, make sure to comment, because we do see them and we love reading what you're saying. If you're listening on iTunes, make sure to give us a 5-star rating. And no matter what show you're watching, no matter what the day is, please continue to watch AfterBuzz TV, because we can't do what we do without you.
Yes, we cannot. And we're loving you guys in the chat. The chat is really hot right now. They're calling Andy Cohen Andy Quasha from DC. Don't know why. Do not know why, but we appreciate it. Of course, that's our boy Joseph. Tyler, shout out to you. Film Raider, Candy 2010, just so much love in there. So we appreciate you guys. And make sure you're liking the video while y'all commenting too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We love y'all.
Yeah, so after Katie leaves, we have, like we said earlier, the longest day ever. But it was fun. They did a lot of different excursions.
Yeah.
Would you have got on the horse?
I would have gotten on the horse. I went to Costa Rica a couple weeks ago. We were horseback riding. We didn't go through the water, but I wanted to go through the water, so I think I would have done that. Without sweat, but I understand Karen can't swim. I can swim, so.
Yeah, I was proud of her for even trying. I was very surprised that Ashley shared her reason for not wanting to do it.
The craziest thing I ever heard, but I love how they responded to her about it. Yeah,
she doesn't believe in using animals for pleasure instead of utility, but Gizelle was quick with that. What about kangaroos?
Yeah.
You and your Aussie husband be killing kangaroos, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's not like she's like a vegetarian. At least I don't think she is. We've never heard her mention that on the show. So.
Yeah, I don't think so, because she definitely was pushing a lot of her kangaroo.
Yeah.
As everyone referenced. Yeah. But yeah, so she still had fun. She skinny dipped. Very Ashley. Very on brand. Yes. And then what'd you think about the girls splitting up?
It makes sense, because I don't know if Gizelle and Candace would have been open to going in the caves and dealing with the bats, so it's probably good that they did split up. But it probably would have been fun too to see them all do the same thing at the same time, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when they split up the housewives. Like, I guess maybe in theory the producers are thinking, like, if we split them up, they're gonna gossip. Like, yeah, I guess, but that didn't. Well, it kind of did happen, because Gizelle, I think she was very mature this episode, but she called her out. She's like, at some point, Candace, it's not our business anymore that Ashley's having marital issues. So.
But then she says stuff like that, and then in like her interview, she drops all this shady stuff about their marriage, and it's like, okay, do you really feel like that? And you know I love Gizelle, but it's like, okay, Gizelle, you talk about these people all the time. She come for them, always in their business. So how can you really tell Candace to mind her own business and to stay out of it?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I do think Candace, she kind of received it. She said, that's kind of true-ish. Yeah. So baby steps.
Yeah, I really think that Candace and Ashley are really getting to a better place. So we'll see how long it lasts.
That's everything on this show.
Yeah.
Which one would you have wanted to do, the caves or the submarine?
I think I would have wanted to do both, but if I had to choose, I would have definitely wanted to do the submarine, because I've always wanted to do that. Like, just especially at a place like that where the water is so blue and you can actually see what's going on down there. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. They were 100 feet under the water. That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I think I would have been scared, but it probably would have been still fun.
I'm the Karen out of the group. I don't swim, so I would have been terrified. But I did like that the ladies all came back together at the Cayman Cabana with the best waiter ever pushing shots.
Oh my gosh, I love him. What was she saying? She was like, I feel like I'm in distress or something. She said, he was like, because you need a shot. And I was like, obviously you don't know this group, because that's the last thing they need is some alcohol when they're actually getting along.
Yeah, you see Karen sipping the shot. They're like, yeah, Karen's letting loose. Cut to
just
taking a sip of the shot. That's hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. What did you think about Gizelle calling out Karen? I mean, for like saying, oh, Mama Bear, you were enabling Katie by not letting us know that Katie was dressed in a coat. I feel like that was random, personally.
Like just because you see somebody in a coat, like that was crazy. First of all, you can't enable her. She's a grown woman, and just because she has on a coat doesn't mean she's leaving. She could have been cold. She could have just walked outside and came right back in. Maybe she just likes wearing coats. Like, it's so many things.
And it just seems like Katie, like, as we all know, is like the most freest spirit ever. It seems like she would walk around her home. She would get out of the shower and put on a coat. Like, she just seems like her type. So it's like, and then
that's so true.
Like she said, it's not like she had her door open. They couldn't see if she had a bag packed.
That wasn't fair to say. Like, you don't know, you can't read anybody's mind. You don't know what anybody's doing. And like I said, she's grown. Like, you can't enable her to do anything. So that wasn't fair to me for her to say that.
Yeah, and also on a lighter note at this dinner, we got some tongue tricks. From Karen.
No, but I could have done without that. I didn't need the recap from when they made out in season 1. I didn't need to know about any of her tricks with Ray. I don't even want to think about her and Ray playing footsie under the table, let alone making out and sucking tongues. Like, that was way too much for me. I'm sorry.
Everyone in the chat agrees. I'm seeing a lot of Karen's tongue moves were gross, explicits. I'm not even gonna say.
Yeah.
But no one likes Karen's tongue. Yeah, it was a lot. I do like when she lets loose. Not quite that loose.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see the tongue, and it wasn't just like a one quick. Like, she had to walk them through it. Like, like she said, she likes teaching children that are teachable. So yeah, I think Robin probably took the most from the lesson.
Maybe. I mean, she's been married for a long time. It seems like she has a happy marriage. Maybe that's the trick to it, tongue sucking, but I didn't need to see it or hear it or think about it or anything, honestly.
Yeah, y'all are hilarious. Everyone's doing that emoji throwing up. The throwing up emoji.
I feel it. Like, every you could literally see it in everybody's face. Like, this is too much. And I feel like we had the same face while we were watching it. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I covered little Lexi's eyes.
Yeah,
like,
she covered my eyes, thank goodness, because I didn't want to see it.
I do appreciate Karen for loosening up, though, and sharing the moment with us. And we also, the most forgettable whole part of the season, no shade, Monique. Can't forget about her. We called her during this dinner, and we cut to her on her fishing trip.
Yeah.
Don't know if we needed that.
We don't, but I mean, she's part of the cast, and they probably need at least a minimum amount of time on each episode. But yeah, it was funny to see how her kids, like, complained, like how she was like, my kids really enjoy fishing, and he was like, I don't think I could take much more of it.
This is really hard for me right now.
Really hard for me. Aww. That was funny, but like you said, like, who cares? I'm sorry, it sounds mean, but I don't care.
I think next week, well, no, they'll be back, but we need to, like, go back in time, because it's like in the contracts they have to, for being a full-time housewife, like, you get 3 episodes minimum, or 3 minutes minimum per episode, because it feels like that's what they're doing. Like you said, they're putting in, like, here's your 3 minutes of Monique right before the commercial.
They probably even told them, they're like, y'all should FaceTime Monique at the table. Because
that was so just. And then Ashley in the water, I wonder what Monique is doing.
It's like, just like so forced, and obviously the producers are like, don't forget to bring Monique into it. So
yeah, well, we could have done without that. But I love seeing the kids.
Yeah,
Lonnie
they're
and
cute.
Christopher. And I feel like they never want to do any of the activities she has planned. Because the ER dummy, like the resuscitation thing, they hated that.
Yeah.
I feel like have they ever enjoyed any of these little things she's
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, just let them be kids.
Yeah.
But, don't call me a lazy mom, though.
And I mean, she always talks about on the show how much she likes to fish. So maybe she was like, well, you got to get me fishing at some point this season. So.
Yeah, I'm sure she got that in her contract. Like,
One
fishing,
scene.
please show my fishing skills, even though we didn't see them catch anything. But I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I feel like Chris definitely knows. He's, like, from Alabama.
I'm just ready for her to have the baby so that she can finally have a storyline again. Because we haven't been getting much.
I get it, though. Protect your baby. You've been through a lot. This rainbow baby, you're not about to be stressed with these women.
Yeah.
I get it.
I totally get it. Like, do what you got to do. I respect it. I would do the same thing. But it just doesn't make for good TV, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of people also are saying that Monique is their least favorite.
Oh.
I don't think I honestly like the women all differently in different ways. Like, I feel like it's a well-rounded cast. Only thing I would say is I feel like we should just add Katie on, but at the same time, no, because we haven't seen a lot of her.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could use another housewife.
Yeah. Somebody new, or maybe bringing, like you said, Katie back, or Charisse back.
Charisse.
Or maybe it's just because she is pregnant, and maybe after she does have the baby and gets a little bit more settled with that, we'll get, Monique back. Because I liked Monique on past seasons. I've never had an issue with Monique. I always thought she was good, good for the show. But I think this season she just can't do much because she's pregnant.
And they're never going to cut Monique because Monique and Gizelle are never going to get along.
Yeah.
So we're going to always have that. So speaking of getting along, it was nice to see the ladies getting along at the dinner. Until it ended.
Yep.
So
Saw it coming.
So we're moving into the fight. The ladies get out. Karen, who thinks she's not being filmed, because I don't know if you noticed, she's like, yeah, they're not catching this right now, so I just want to talk to you, Ashley.
Oh,
like,
I didn't know that.
She said like that
that
before, and I'm like, girl, you're still mic'd.
Yeah.
You know these cameras are on ready. But I think they thought they were done for the night, and that's when she brought it up. I don't know. What do you think? Should she have brought it up, or should she have just kept it to herself?
I just didn't understand why she brought it up at that moment. Like, they were having such a good time. Ashley was just saying, and I should have known when she said this, that meant that they were about to fight, because she was like, I'm starting to see a new side of Karen, and I really like it, and maybe we can get to a good place. So I didn't understand how they went from having a really good time to her feeling like that was the time to tell her she has a problem with her husband. I don't know if it was because she was drunk, or I don't know what it was, but I felt like it was unnecessary for the moment. What I don't get, and I don't want to feel sorry for Ashley because she's very problematic and she comes for everybody, but I just don't understand why everybody keeps coming for Ashley about what Michael did. Like, I get what Karen was saying, but I didn't do that. My husband did that, and I'm going to support him because he's my husband, but you can't come at me for something that you think he did forever. Like, I just want them to get over it, and even if they can't get over it with Michael, why do you keep having to throw it in Ashley's face,
Yeah, but here's the thing. I agree. I honestly just agree with Gizelle. Like, yes, I understand you felt like you needed to say that to not be fake, but it wasn't, the delivery was really the issue. But I do get what Karen's saying. Like, I don't want to start off like rebuilding with you, and I still feel a way about it. Because Karen has a very valid reason for feeling that way. I agree with her that dismissal is not the same as vindication.
Yeah.
Is it something that they may not be able to work through? Yeah. It might be something they just cannot move forward with, and I can respect that on both sides. Like, Ashley standing up for her man. Karen, you have, especially this, it's close to you, it's something that you experience, so I get both sides. I just wish we could have had a simple night and it wouldn't have ruined it, but at the same time, it would have been kind of fake. Then we would have been calling Karen fake if she was just saying it in her confessionals and she didn't say anything.
Very true. Yeah.
So
I just wish she would have pulled, if she really was genuinely just trying to rebuild and move past it, and she wanted to kind of put that out so she can let it go so they can rebuild, then maybe just bring it up tomorrow when it's just y'all two, like how they had the discussion after the fight. Like, just talk about it, let it go. But to kind of attack her with that in front of everybody after y'all just had a whole bunch of fun, y'all been drinking all night, I'm thinking everything's good, and then you drop that on me.
Yeah, I do think that Karen, she had been drinking. I honestly don't think she felt like she was attacking her. I think she was just trying to have a conversation. But Ashley kind of escalated it. But it is about your husband, so I get it. But it's just like, they already got complaints from the lobby people. Like, y'all got complaints from the lobby people. Y'all didn't file missing person reports when the girl chose to go home. Like, y'all just need to take it upstairs.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to mention some people in the chat, because y'all are really, like, showing us love today. Maestra Live said Karen was trying to dig deeper into their friendship by being honest about how she felt.
Yeah.
And then Joseph was like, Ashley did marry the man, so I guess Not for that. And then Film Raider says, Karen did make a good point, though. Why did the cameraman say, don't do that again, if Michael did just rush into the cameraman? And you know what, Film Raider? I kind of agree, because I think that's the lady's issue, is that Ashley still... They just feel like Ashley knows more and she's not being honest.
Yeah.
It's not that we say, oh, you're responsible for your husband's actions. It's more so like you're brushing them under the rug. And it's wrong, and it bothers us.
But at the same time, I just feel like if any of the other girls were in this same situation with their husband, wouldn't they do the same thing?
Probably.
Like, she probably feels like it's not their business. She's already being attacked for it, so obviously they're going to find a reason to attack her about it anyway. And you have to support your husband. Like, even with when everything happened with Karen and Ray and their tax issues, she still hadn't told the truth about what really happened with that. Sometimes you just got to keep your family business and your issues with your marriage and in your house. And I feel like it's the same thing with Ashley. And I feel like if any of the other girls were in that situation, they would be taking up for their husbands too. At least I would hope they would. I don't know if I would necessarily lie, but I just feel like it's not anybody's business, you know?
Yeah, I think that maybe she should have taken that approach, though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Ashley's just like, no, everything's fine, versus saying like, hey, we're working through it, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think if she would have done that, like, I feel like maybe some of the other ladies would have done maybe. I think that's the thing. I think what's bothering them is she's just like, no, I'm all about yoga and everything's fine.
Yeah.
But that's Ashley's way of coping.
Right.
But it seems fake, especially when you come in for everybody all the time. It's just like,
it doesn't help that it is Ashley, and she is, like, has been coming for everybody, and she's a problematic person, so that probably makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, but I did like the next day, Gizelle talks to Karen, and Karen sees her problematicness, and she decides to meet up with Ashley. I did find it interesting, though, in the confessional. Ashley's like, I accept the apology for what it is. I felt like the apology was genuine. Do you not think so, from Karen?
I think it was, but you never know with this group, and you never know with Karen, and they've just had so many situations of getting into it and somebody apologizing, and getting into it again and somebody apologizing, and it's like, you really just have to go by actions in this group. So I guess take the apology and see if the actions change, but I wouldn't be surprised if she brought it up again.
Yeah, and yeah, wow, you guys are really passionate about this. I love it. Our Iman says tax problems and potential sexual misconduct are two very different things.
Very true, I agree.
That's very true. Film Raider again says Ashley keeps trying to get the women to say Michael's innocent. I think that's partly it too, because even in the apologies, like, well, are you assuming that Michael is guilty? And it's like, she probably is, but that's kind of normal, especially for a rape victim. Like, I'm gonna naturally side with the victim,
and especially with somebody with Michael's track record, who he grabs people's butts all the time. He's been accused of sending people nudes. Y'all ran into him at a gay club. There's just so many signs that would lead to this possibly being true. So
yeah, it's not that far-fetched, but I do agree, just on all sides, it just sucks, and I really want to just maybe next season focus on the baby. But I have a feeling Michael's gonna do something else.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He does something every single season.
He does.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, they're going crazy. I wish you could see this. It's going so fast.
I love it. Keep writing us, guys.
Yes.
We love it.
And all these people like our video. It helps us.
Yes, and I hope all of y'all are subscribed too.
Yeah, subscribe as well, and also tell us what you think about the whole Ashley and Karen fight, even if it's in the comments and you're watching this after, because we just nosy.
Yeah.
And we want to know, and we messy, and we want to know.
We want to know.
Yes. So it was nice, and then at the end of the episode, we see Ashley taking a pregnancy test. What do you think?
I think this is the one. Finally. And it sucks that it's going to be the season finale, because now we're really going to have to wait. I think when we meet up with her again in the next season, the baby's already going to be there. So we're not going to really get to see the pregnancy, but maybe we will. I don't know. I
kind of feel like it's not it. I feel like I don't know why. I just don't trust production.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it might be like a melodramatic thing. Like, okay. Like, I think she's getting pregnant maybe the next month. But I wouldn't be shocked, that's all I'm going to say, if it's like a false pregnancy thing.
Yeah, true.
But at the same time, they're showing a lot, so maybe it is real. Who knows?
And we know she had a baby, so we never know.
Yeah, so we will see, but that's how this episode ends. So that's that. So moving along, did you guys want to, or guys, I miss you guys, come back. Did you, Lexi, want to share your tweets?
Yes, okay, so we had a lot of tweets today. I love reading the tweets, saying what people think. So let's see what Twitterland was saying. So we have at Nisi, it says, so production couldn't just tell them that she left. My sentiments exactly, like, I mean, I guess it was good TV to see them walking around searching because they could use that for the teases, and that's probably why she felt like she didn't have to say nothing because production knew that she left.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah. This one was funny to me because we've been seeing these I'ma head out pictures all over social media. It said, Katie, after dealing with everyone's attitude on the trip, I'ma head out.
That's so true.
That is so fitting for the situation. I love that meme so much. It says, me watching Ashley be mad at Karen for talking about Michael when she spent the last season dragging Karen and her hubby. Yeah, points are being made.
Points.
Says, Ashley thinks it's inhumane to ride bareback on a horse into the ocean, but not to berate a mentally unstable woman who lost custody of her kids. Huh?
Wow. That is a read. A very accurate read.
Yeah. And it says, Katie left to get a new wig. The wig jokes made her sick. Katie was like, next time you see me, bam, how you like me now, biatches?
Oh my God.
Because we saw in that tea, sis got her a good wig, and she is coming to slay.
She is. And speaking, every time I think of wigs on Katie, I just think of shade. So I didn't want to move on without going through our shadiest moments.
Oh, yes. All right.
So it's time for
sure.
shadiest moment.
Shadiest moment. Okay. All right. There were so many to choose from today. I think my favorite was as we saw in the tweets when Ashley was like, oh, I don't want to ride horses. And Gizelle was like, oh, but you're okay with eating kangaroos. And then Candace was like, well, we know nobody's eating kangaroos because nobody's going to Oz.
Yeah. That was good.
R.I.P. Oz, because it's gone now. So I guess people weren't eating the kangaroos because Oz is gone.
Clearly not. Even Ashley's friends and her pageant sisters weren't coming. Poor thing.
Poor thing.
So I was going to say that, but another one would be when in the middle of the chaos of looking for Katie, they call Katie's boyfriend and Giselle's like, which phone is that? Like, complete shade. Giselle had all the... She's like, well, which phone is this? Guy answers. It goes so quick. I'm like, Gizelle, you are so shady.
I did not catch that, but that is a good one. I love that. Oh my gosh. And another one, just an honorable mention, is when Gizelle was like, Michael has a penis problem. And I was thinking, penis problem? And she was like, oh, he's got a butt grabbing problem.
Yeah.
Shady Gizelle. Like, I thought Ashley was her friend. Like, she stayed coming for Michael. It's too much.
I mean, but it's so easy to do.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It's so easy to do, and you kind of have to do it. So,
and it's funny. I like it. It's enjoyable.
It is. But Giselle's amazing with her shade, but I'm going to give it to Candace this time because that kangaroo.
Yes.
That kangaroo reference. And it was so accurate because her restaurant shut down.
I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's crazy. And then, now that we've done with that, we're going to dive into news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, guys, we got some good news for you. The first one being, and it's fitting because they talked a lot about Karen and her perfume line today. We know she released the line, but she actually had a pop-up in Atlanta, or is having a pop-up in Atlanta. So if you're in Atlanta, make sure to go check that out.
Yeah, September 14th. Pull up.
Yep. And another one that I'm excited about, we recently caught up with Gizelle and Michael Strahan, and we're wondering, what does this mean? Now, this is not news because we don't know if it's true, but we are hoping
this is us being completely messy.
This is going to be some type of love match, and it's very fitting because he is exactly the type she likes, and based off of who he's dated, I think it's the same for him.
Yeah.
So hopefully this means that they are dating.
Yes, phenotype-wise, they're each other's types.
And they look cute together.
Yeah,
like,
they
I
look
think
better
be a great
than both of their exes. Like,
Yes.
like they look better than they both did with their exes.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
I want this to happen.
I do too. So,
and that's an upgrade for Gizelle from Sherman.
yep. Oh, for sure. So fingers crossed that she nailed Michael Strahan.
Nailed? Oh my God.
Oh well. Like
Can we get a record scratch that she nails? No, that's funny.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
hilarious. Well, yeah, Gizelle, hopefully you nailed them. So on that note, that is our show. But let's do our predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so I'm thinking that this tease with Ashley taking the pregnancy test, I think this is the one. I think she's about to find out that she's pregnant, and she had her baby, so this is going to be when we find out that she was pregnant with that baby. I think we're finally going to see Karen reveal her perfume line, and all the ladies are going to be shook because they don't believe it's a real thing, but we know it's a real thing, so I'm excited to see their responses when they see that it is legit.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of Katie, which I'm hoping.
I know, that's my prediction. I feel like Katie's coming back with a vengeance. She got a new wig. It's laid. I think that's a sew-in, but either way, hair is laid. So Katie is not playing with you people, okay?
That
She's
looked like
coming.
season 1 Katie.
Yeah, she looked really healthy, mentally, physically. She looked beautiful, and I hope that she just gets better. I think we're going to see more of this tease between Ashley and this pregnancy. Like, y'all producers, oh my God, y'all so messy. And I think that maybe we'll see Monique again. Other than more than 3 minutes. That's my prediction. We would love to see you for more than 3 minutes.
And she'll be doing something a lot more interesting than just, sitting by the pool or going fishing.
Sitting.
Sitting.
We have not seen Monique stand since episode 4.
Yeah.
So we're on episode 17.
I mean, she's pregnant, so we'll give her a pass.
We'll give her a pass. But we hope all those predictions come true. Yeah. That is our show, guys.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Yes, so fun. So fun. So yeah, I am your moderator for today, Lauren Mayo. You can follow me on Instagram at Lauren Out Loud and follow me on YouTube at Lauren Mayo. Where can they find you, Lexi?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Lexi Fierce.
Awesome. Catch you later.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.